I have a slow start this morning, everybody. Good morning. It is 7:30-ish on February 27th. I'm having one of those mornings where I probably could have laid in bed for like another hour and just laid there, but it was already 7:30, so I was like, I better get out of bed and get coffee made. So that's happened. Made it halfway through the podcast episode last night. Oh, right on. Do you need an invite for him, Martok? I was just logging on, logging on to this guy to do some harvesting and stuff while I wake up. I stayed up late last night after I finished watching Nathan die repeatedly to that poor guy on the boss in Elden Ring. I don't know if he ever beat it or not. I finally gave up the ghost and was like, I gotta go to bed. Um, and then I ended up going to bed and wasted like another, I don't know how long I was on TikTok. Finally fell asleep. Oh, I know what I was getting ready to do. I was getting ready to check the Mega folder because I think my brother uploaded some screenshots this morning for the Patreon post. Yep, he's got some screenshots of the farmlands that he was building. Oh, very nice. Okay, so these will go into the Patreon post for today. Get those downloading. Rethos. Did he ever? Okay, thank you, Sparrow. I was getting ready to ask. Did he ever actually beat it? Um, he just went exploring. Yeah, I've learned. So I'm pretty good about in every game I play. I've never played a Dark Souls game, but every game I play, God of War, Assassin's Creed, I always end up doing. Yeah, I think I was up till probably one or 1:30, somewhere in that ballpark, which is probably why I'm dragging my feet today. But every game I ever play like that, any open world type game, I always end up doing 20 hours of exploration before I ever hit the first boss or even that first quest line. So I'm usually OP for boss content. Never played a Dark Souls game. All I've been seeing on TikTok, literally for like the last 48 hours, is Elden Ring stuff. And everything I'm seeing is that even if you've gone around and done lots of exploring, the bosses will still wreck your face. So I'm terrified. I don't know um, how I feel about that game. I can't do anything about it anyway until after I move. I mean, theoretically I could. Ugh. Theoretically I could buy it right now and play. I don't want to get sucked in. I gotta finish Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's my morning jam, except of the weekends when I go play with Martok and Madros, which means I need to switch over to my hunter. And get in Discord. Where's my Discord channel? There we go. I'm in Discord now. I've not had coffee yet. It's on the kettle, or the kettle's on the stove. I don't know. Chris came in here and asked me something about a grocery list. Honey, what who what? All right. Screenshots are downloaded for today's Patreon post. Oh, I was also listening to the podcast episode I did last night with Eliza from the Equipped podcast, which we actually recorded in like early January. Um, but she didn't publish until yesterday.
Afternoon.
Yeah, morning/afternoon. All right, be right back, man. I gotta grab the kettle. What? Estoy aquí streaming. All right. At least the hot water's in the French press, so there is at least coffee on the way. How are you doing today, Murtok?
I'm all right, mate. I've got I've been playing the Lawmaster. I'm getting the hang of it.
What spec did you take?
His pet,
Yeah,
blue.
yeah. That's the one I have on mine. I find that's the easiest. And honestly, I don't remember what level it happens, but when you get the first cat pet, which is like the DPS pet, is when, for me at least, that for me was the turning point. Because in the early stages, I think you're forced to use like what, the bear maybe.
Currently, I've got a choice of the bear, raven, eagle, and bog guardian.
Right, you haven't gotten a cat yet. That for me was the turning point. I used
Okay.
I used the eagle for a long time because having the res was really helpful because I died a few times. I hated the bear and the bog guardian. It was just way too slow. A lot of people love the bog guardian because I guess it's like a weird type of tank pet, but it's ugly, man. It's ugly.
Yeah, I've only used the bear, but I've got the others. It's well, you look at the descriptions on them. It says the raven is buffing and debuffing.
Hmm.
Bog guardian's ranged damage, and the eagle is damage and will sacrifice itself to save you.
Hmm. Yeah, the cat pet is my favorite for sure. All right, let's see what I got here. I know I need to. Is there a bank in Esseldine?
Yeah, in the craft hall.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
The problem I've got with this guy is I'm well behind everybody on the epic books. So
It's all good, man. I'll come meet up with you in a minute. We can work on whatever you want to work on because I am not awake yet. I'm happy to just shoot shit and go pew
What do
pew.
you need?
And I suppose for the level it'd be like Oscaroth is 27, isn't it? Ish.
Yeah, and all the stuff north of there in Garth Augerwyn. I am gonna go do my hunter class quest before I do anything. Which means I may have to drop group, but I want to get that done real quick.
Okay.
Chest. That's where I have my Rivendell green dice, courtesy of one Villaris. Thank you very much.
I think I'm gonna trim my alts a bit. so that I'm only playing a few rather than the load I am at the minute.
Yeah, I've narrowed this one down. I've got pretty much I'm just sticking to the Guardian for the
What
weeknights
can
when I
I do for
play.
you?
And then I've got this guy, which I can play on the weekends or solo. And I've still got my Lore Master is the one I would love to play, but I'm also playing the Xbox, so it's like he's kind of on the back burner. And then when I play with Chris, I have that one character that I don't touch except for when I play with her.
Yeah, that's good thinking. Well, I've got the champion that I want to play, and I feel I'm going to level him quickly.
Yeah, he should.
So yeah, it's not really ideal for playing. And I can't make my mind up between the hunter and this guy. I mean, I love the hunter, I really do, but I've done it quite a few times.
All right, I need to go to Bree.
I have got a 27 Guardian as well, but it's between him and this one for the Weekend Warrior.
Yeah, and at some point it might not matter what you play for the Weekend Warrior, to be honest with you. Like, what level's your champion?
38 now.
Yeah, because if you really want to level the champion, I would honestly, it kind of depends on if Maduros is around. Because if he's around, obviously we do stuff with Maduros. But if it's just you and I'm on, I would have no problem like hopping on the Lore Master and tooling around with you on that, just to get your champion leveled up.
How can I be of service?
Because that guy's up in Rohan, and I'm yeah. All right, back to Bree.
Sparrow's lurking.
Uh-oh. Wait, I'm not even checking YouTube. Oh, lurking in game?
No, lurking in chat.
Did my chat bug out? My chat did bug out. Now I see it.
Greetings.
I've got a D&D game at 3 o'clock. Just over an hour away.
No worries. Are you two playing a special session today?
No, it usually plays, but the last few weeks it's been cancelled because, for one reason or another, the DM has been ill the last couple of weeks. He was in hospital.
Okay. Makeup session.
Yeah.
How do you do? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
So I'll be getting on my level 9 wizard today.
Nice. Alright, back to Adso's camp.
What do you need? How can I be of service?
All right, I'm gonna grab my coffee. I will be right back.
Okay, mate.
All right. Okay, okay. What am I doing here? I'm probably gonna have to drop the group here real quick. Martok to do this.
Greetings.
Okay, mate. It's not a problem.
Yep, yep, yep. All right, I'll be right back. Go do this quest.
After receiving word of a pack of wargs making their way into the Shire, land of the hobbits, the huntress Geetha Laney has recruited the best hunters to track and slay the evil wargs before they can harm any of the Shire folk.
All right.
Greetings. Oh, gracious me.
What do you need? Oh, gracious me! Just a moment.
You're up in Estildin for the book quest, aren't you?
Let me open it up and see. I'm actually at the point where I need to go talk to Aragorn and Rivendell.
What can I
So
do
you've
for
done all of Estildin. Yeah, that's orange to me still.
Yep. I'll come do that after this. Because I'm bound in Esseldian, so I can jet back quickly. So are these wargs around town, I'm guessing? Excuse me. Oh, there's one.
How can I be of service?
Is that it? That felt like a really easy hunter quest. Go kill some wargs and that's it.
Nice.
I got a new bow, which I
What do you need?
don't really need. But
Is it good for a cosmetic?
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I think it's better than the one I'm using right now, I think. A little bit better. I like this one. It's got some VFX on it. A little bit of a curved, recurved bow looking thing. Oh, I just dinged and I got Guide to Bree.
Congrats.
And Passage of Shadow. Alright, Esseldine, that's where you said you were at, right?
I'm heading that way. I'm on Galgaris.
Alright.
Greetings.
Did you want to do something else with Did you want to do something else with Galgaris? Because I'm happy to switch to something else if you want to progress him.
No, I thought we was just going to go through the book, like
Works for me.
Book 3, Chapter 7, talk to Aragorn in Rivendell.
Yes.
And that's great to me, so I better get that caught up.
And I'm high enough that I can already grab the next steps, so... That's good, Sparrow. You got better at lurking. I like how the chat cleaned itself up. Play something funnier. This is boring. It's like watching paint dry. I love trolls. Best part of waking up. Yes, off to Rivendell.
What can I do for you?
Why would you watch a stream if you don't enjoy the game that's being played?
I know, dude.
What can I do for you?
Things that make you laugh. I think I have to go to Oscaroth. And then from Oscaroth I can ride to Rivendell.
I shall wait for you at Aragorn.
Okie dokie.
Do you need any jewellery, by the way?
Let me see here. No. Looks like I've got... Well, hold on. If at some point you get around to making a set, I could use a set of level 32.
Well met.
I made
Okay.
I made myself a set of 18. But that was a while ago, and I haven't updated him since.
I'll make them now while I've got some time.
Okie dokie.
Sparrow, I think he's more interested in pew 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 games. This isn't it for him.
Which reminds me, I need to make myself a new bow. Morning, Aragmar.
Morning.
I forgot that my woodworker was on this account. I'm awake. That's as far as I'm willing to push things this morning. 46.
Jewelry incoming.
All right, thank you very much. myself a new set of gear also. I've been farming hides with my other dude.
There's a lesser spotted Renfail.
Yay. Alright, I love this table. It's so cool. Book 3, Chapter 7.
I thank you for this news.
Council of Elrond.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Oh yeah, Red Quest.
It's even to me.
This will be good. This will be some good XP to crank through. And you know what I ought to do, because I have tons of Destiny points saved up. So I should crank those on. Pasta sauce sounds good, Erdmar. I have not yet had anything to eat. Chris said she's about to make a market run, so I think I did last week's market run, so she's doing this week's.
I saw that bear chasing me out there. I thought I swapped over to the champion. I'm just could have swore I wasn't on the Lawmaster still. Then it wasn't. It was a Bjornin behind me.
Pet flashbacks.
Yeah.
A strange fate brings you hither. Dark days are coming.
Talk to Aladdin. I'd be willing to bet I haven't grabbed any of these horses, so I'll probably have to do the slow route.
Yeah, same here.
I have lots of frogs in my throat this morning, so I apologize if I'm like clearing my throat and coughing. I try to remember to mute myself, but occasionally I forget. I think these are Thorin had, right?
What do you need?
Yeah. I got
Yeah, I
slow route.
Yep, don't have any of those. That's all good.
And my mythical coins are too precious to spend
Oh
on.
yeah, yeah. So this is funny. I did when I did the Lore Master last year, because I was streaming his entire journey and making videos around it. I burned mithril coins like candy because I didn't want to have to do all of this on the streams, like, because there's just me, you know what I mean? So there's no one to chat with and etc. when you're just riding these long distances, and you get deep into the book quest when you're starting to go back and forth between Angmar and here, for example, and you can't swift travel between some of those destinations, even if you've got, and then some of the other ones you have to have faction to fast travel in Angmar. And so it was like, rather than have to faction grind, I was just like, I'm just gonna use my mithril coins. But this time around,
Could
I'm
use,
not doing that.
could use this guy. He'll take
Let's
us to the bridge.
Yeah, let's do that because I need the bridge waypoint anyway, and then we can come back,
Mind my words, traveler.
grab the dwarf point and everything along the way. And I can kill some
Oh, and there's Kettle there.
he's probably on a harvesting run.
What do you need?
May Govanen.
Nope, that was the other character. He's AFK. Alright. I'm gonna be a bit of pain in the ass, and I'm gonna harvest along the way.
Not a problem.
Alright. Dwarf is up here in this direction. I love the noise these diggers make. Get all pissed off at you and like, "Rah!" Be careful, Chris. See you in a bit.
I've never been here before. Ever.
In the troll shows? You've never done.
I think I've gone into the new area.
Oh yeah. I ran down there yesterday just to grab the horse that was down there. But I think it's like level 45 plus. I think is what I remember reading.
Yeah, that's all I've done is just grab the horse.
Yeah, I'm gonna meander that way and do the same.
Sorry, that's my English slipping. I mean horse, not horse.
I don't mind because everybody makes fun of. I have a Southwest American accent to some people, and so I say when I'm talking like milk, the way I say milk makes some people laugh. And Chris often laughs because when she does like Spanish classes or she's watching things online on YouTube and doing a course, she's either watching somebody do it in British English or she'll get someone who has a very neutral American accent.
Greetings to you.
And then I'll say a word and she'll be like, "What did you just say?" And I'll have to repeat it. And she's like, "Did you just try to say this?" And I'm like, "Yes, but I have an accent." Like, sorry. But the way I say milk makes quite a few people chuckle. I've had more than a few friends over the years who have been like, "You don't know how to say milk." How else do you say it? Like,
Milk.
yeah. I think the one that there's a joke I see on TikTok a lot is the way people from the UK say bottle makes Americans laugh a lot of the times.
Bottle.
Yeah,
Bottle.
yeah. It's a lot different. And water, and I think there's a clip of Emily Blunt talking about one of her daughters, like being raised between the U.S. and the UK, and so her accent will change depending on where they're living and how long they're just staying in a place, and it's quite amusing.
See, I never learnt a second language. I do a good enough job of butchering one. So
All right, I promise I'm on my way. There was some pigs that said they needed to get killed for bacon slabs. Should harvest on your own time, Renfail.
yeah, you're all right. Water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite phrase is "speak proper like what I does."
All right, where's the dwarf? Somewhere up over in here.
Right, I just had notification that my D&D game's been pushed back 30 minutes.
Okay.
So I've still got an hour.
I'm getting a weird... I don't know if it's the server. Like, I'm running 3 steps, then going back 3 steps. Running forward 3 steps, going back 3 steps.
That sounds like a bit of stutter, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's only on that ridge. There's a ridge line up here. I'm wondering if it's just that ridge. No, there it goes again.
I've had that a couple of times in various places. It could be where there's zone lines, if you like.
No, I'm on the main road now. It's not letting me. I'm gonna go to character select real quick and see if that fixes it. Beans on toast, Sparrow. Yeah.
I grew up on beans on toast, and I can't stand them now.
Yeah, there are things that so my mother, who is she's a good cook, but I think there's a difference between being a good cook and, well, I'm not trying to not insult my mom in too bad of a way. So my mom is a great baker. She's very good at baking, and also generally she's just a good cook. But she is what I would call a like a cowboy cook, a ranch wife cook, a ranch cooker. Like, all of her recipes are things that are related to like ranching in the United States and farm recipes and stuff. So great at baking, biscuits, cakes, all that good stuff. And, steak and potatoes and hamburgers and all that stuff, meat and potatoes. But she's terrified of spices. No, like, nothing with heat in it, and no desire to experiment with flavors.
How can I be
so
of service?
growing up, I had a flavorless childhood, let's just put it that way. And then getting into my adult life, and I realized there were things like curry and Chinese food and Mexican food and, all these amazing cuisines, these ethnic cuisines around the world with just amazing spices and levels of heat and just flavors. And every time we go back and visit, I will try to introduce something new, and it often does not go over well. And my mom hates mushrooms. She hates seafood, except for shrimp. It's yeah. There are a lot of things I can remember from my childhood that I never want to eat again, because it's like, nah, that's kind of boring.
Well, my dad was the opposite. My mum wanted to cook all the different stuff, but my dad wouldn't eat it.
Oh, he's one of those. No.
He was strictly meat and potatoes. That was it. No vegetables.
Yeah, that's my dad as well. It's really funny because I've never seen a grown man throw a temper tantrum like my dad does if he doesn't get his 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and 2 pieces of toast every morning for breakfast. If there's any deviation to that, he gets like a 5-year-old kid and is like, yeah, I don't want to eat whatever this is you made me. I'm pretty good. I'll eat most everything. But there are a few things that Chris makes that I've tried because I am a good husband and I will try everything at least once. But pig's feet, I can't do pig's feet. Like, I just can't. It's a texture thing. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So she will occasionally make pig's feet for herself, like pig's feet soup. It's like a stew. Um, the stew actually has a really good flavor, but it's the texture of the pig's feet. So when she makes that stew, I'm happy to eat it, but I will give her the pig's feet. And also, which it's funny because they are super healthy because they're full of collagen, and so they're really good for you. But I just don't like the texture. And also the same thing with chicken's feet. Really good for you, collagen, all that good stuff. But there is the texture thing for me that I just have a hard time with.
Megovanen.
Alright, I have arrived. Sparrow says, picky eaters in our house get told to make their own food, grown man or otherwise. That is totally fair to do that.
How can I be of service?
Alright, this is where we go back to... Oh, I can't get that quest. I'll be damned. Well, I'm very close to leveling. I bet if I go kill these bears, I can get a level. Because there's the quest here to kill the bears. And the wolves, I think. And the deer. Let me just grab these. I need the hides anyway. That's server lag right there for me.
Yeah, and me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Big stutter there.
I think the deer was dead, but wouldn't admit it.
Yeah, it took a minute.
It took a while to fall over.
Oh, there's the Craig Hawks as well. Oh, what is up with that lag? Yes, I want the quest for the Craig Hawks. I don't know that I've ever had bok choy, to be honest with you. Oh my god, he wants to eat my face.
Yeah, that's nasty leg, that.
It's pretty bad all of a sudden. So, that's a hard one, Sparrow, the kid thing, because, like, where do you draw the line? Because I'll tell you this, I was traumatized when I was a kid by my parents, because my dad was very much, despite his pickiness, his own pickiness, like, we were not allowed to be picky eaters as a kid. It was, your mom made this, you're gonna fucking eat this. And I remember one time I didn't like peas. Grats. Oh, that was somebody else. Never mind. I thought that was a ding. Didn't like peas, and my mom had given us a plate of peas, and I was not having it and didn't like them. And I'd eaten everything else on my plate, and my dad would not let me leave the dinner table if I didn't finish my peas. And I was being, I don't know how old I was. Probably 5, 6 years old, somewhere in there. But I have this distinct memory because I got told he was going to set a timer, and if I didn't eat the peas by the time the timer went off, I was going to get spanked. And so the timer got set, and I started crying and ate the peas and promptly vomited everywhere because I hated peas. And then I got spanked for throwing up on top of it. And so I was traumatized and hated peas until I was an adult and was like, okay, actually peas aren't that bad. Thank you. And then then there's Chris. And Chris is very much, we don't have kids, but with her nieces and nephews, she learned from her mom, basically, if you don't want to eat it, that's fine. What do you want? And if we have that, we'll go ahead and make that. And that to me is like too much in the opposite direction. Like, if you're always I don't have kids, so maybe I can't say this, but it's like if you're always saying, well, you don't have to eat that, what would you like? Then eventually you get to the point where the kids are always going to be like, well, make me what I want, Mom. I don't know. But I definitely don't think you should set timers and spank kids for not wanting to eat peas.
Oh, no.
That traumatized me. Yes, not be an enabling doormat without traumatizing the children. I think we can go back and grab that quest now, I hope. Because I remember one time her cousins, or her nieces came and stayed with us for a couple of months in Cancun. And I had a little bit of a moment with the eldest because she got really uppity about something Chris had prepared. And I was like, well, you need to, your aunt worked really hard. We went to the grocery store, we did all this stuff, and you should at least try it. And she was like, no. And that's because she's been growing up with Chris's mom, who just is like, well, what would you like to eat, honey? And so she's always given what she wants. And I had a bit of a, well, I guess you're gonna go hungry then, because we're not gonna make something special just for you. And I was the bad uncle for about a week after that. Don't like you, Uncle Tim. You're mean. A kid that doesn't like ketchup, that's a first. Yeah, some kids don't. I was a kid I didn't like ketchup as a kid.
Yeah, me either.
But my brothers. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I still don't to this day.
Yeah, I will occasionally eat ketchup as an adult, but I did not like it growing up. My brothers, though, both of my brothers drown everything in ketchup. And my little nephew has picked that up from his dad and drowns everything in ketchup.
I don't know whether you have it, but I'm a brown sauce person.
I can't remember what brown sauce is. Is
HP sauce. That's
like steak sauce, right?
No, not. I don't know. I've never had steak sauce, so.
I'm gonna have to look that up in a minute because I have a feeling I know what it is and I've eaten it, and I'm trying to remember what. So let me wait till I get to the horse here. I think that's a good thing to do, Kel. Constantly challenge your kids to try new things. That's a good way to do it. Yes, I can get this quest now.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Okay, there. It just took a minute to realize that I accepted the quest.
Well met, friend.
Alright, I can ride to... This is down by Thornhead, right? Or wait, no, these are... Book 4. Yeah, it is down by Thornhead. So, or not Thornhead, sorry, the dwarf.
What do you need?
Bracken's camp. I'm going to slow travel over there because I want to Google this really quick. Oh, so it's okay. I've had it before, but I don't know. Yes, see, it's called a recipe for sauce of steaks. So this would be something that we might. But I think I've only had it when I've been over in Ireland and the UK. I don't think brown sauce is something that they do a lot of in the US. That's what I was thinking of. Was that's why the first thing that came to mind was like A1 steak sauce. Because I definitely know what A1 is, and that's what I was thinking. Because I was like, I know I've had brown sauce a couple of times, but I was trying to put a frame of reference on it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee while we're riding here. And I do like A1 sauce, and I do remember liking brown sauce. Brown sauce on a bacon sandwich. Man, now I'm hungry. I'm like looking at all sorts of brown sauce recipes. What have you done, Martok? Yeah, but Worcestershire sauce is different because that's not really like a sauce. It's more of like a. I don't consider it a sauce. That's like I use it as a marinade. All right.
Sorry, mate. I'm on call, so I had a phone call that I had to take.
Oh, no worries, man. I'm gonna meander in the direction of the Nazgul place, killing creatures along the way. Since I have quests for all of these.
Yeah, I never have to go out. Well, say I never have to go out. If there's like loss of life, then yeah, I have to go out. But other than that, my on call is just answering the phone every now and again.
That's not bad.
Like if there was a gas explosion, I'd have to go to that.
Yeah, this is the first time I have been quote unquote unemployed in a long time. I've had a part-time job for the basically the last since 2018, and then that contract wrapped up in January. And since we knew we were moving, it was like, I'm not going to bother to look for anything right now. And I don't know if I'm going to. We'll see how things go. Because we bought the place at the end of last year, so we don't have rent anymore. So I'm like, between what we are bringing in from game dev stuff on The Weave of the Void, now that I'm monetized with YouTube, I'm just looking at it going, I might go full-time on YouTube. Don't know yet. Because there's a part of me that goes, because the amount of money I'm going to make from YouTube and what we bring in from stuff related to our game studio, it's not what most people would be able to live off of, but since we own the house and everything and the cost of living is so low, it's like, well, theoretically, we could totally get by on all that. The question is, do you want to still... the next question is, do we want to buy a car? And if I want to buy a car, then I have to actually probably think about getting another part-time job. I haven't had to have a vehicle in... Shit, I think I sold my truck in 2007. And living in big cities since then, there's always public transport and taxis and metros and trains and buses. I don't know where you live, Martok, but I know like if you live in the U.S., it's almost impossible to live without a vehicle unless you live in like New York, where they have good public transportation. Because public transportation sucks bad, really bad in the U.S.
I'm about, what, 30 minutes outside London.
See, since I live right downtown in Mexico City right now. It's like I can get an Uber to my house in 90 seconds, and I can walk less than a block, and there's 5 million taxis. Where the hell is the... Did I miss the tunnel in here?
I'm standing right in the pathway to where we got to go.
Yeah, and I can't remember if I need to go further north, further west.
No, east.
Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yep, here it is.
There should be a wolf right in the front of it.
Yeah, I got it. I was going the wrong way. I was heading down the other path.
There you go, I can see you.
Alright, where is my stone? Heinz 57 sauce. Yeah, I've used that before. And Kel says ranch dressing. I will admit that is a very American thing that I do like. I like ranch dressing on certain things, not everything like some people, but I do love me a good plate of fries with ranch dressing, like a hamburger with fries and ranch dressing. I actually, that's pretty good for me. Oh, I almost tagged one of those gargles.
We can take it.
I think I need 2 more of the hillmen. Are there any over there by those tents? I know there are outside to the left, I think.
I think if we go too far to the left, the buff drops.
Yeah, I'm gonna run real quick here, because I think there's a couple of dudes. I think right outside this door. Yep.
Yeah, the buff's dropped.
Don't die. Alright, there we go. Got those. Okay. Now we need to go back to Aladdin. I need 1 more of the elk as we see them. Pizza with ranch is good. Occasionally. I will occasionally do, but yeah, I prefer garlic sauce with pizza sometimes, but yeah. And buffalo wings with ranch, yes, that or blue cheese. I'm more partial to blue cheese on my wings.
Yeah, we have pizza with garlic and herb sauce. We have. I don't know what ranch is. What does it taste like?
It's a, I don't know if you even have this in the UK. It's like a buttermilk. It's a buttermilk dressing, very thick in consistency. It's mostly, well, it's supposed to be used for salads, but people use it for everything. It's like probably the #1 condiment in the United States, I would imagine. People put it on everything.
I wonder if it's similar to our salad cream.
I don't have a frame of reference. But it's like a thick white creamy dressing with lots of different spices and herbs in it.
I don't know. I don't like salad cream, so I couldn't tell you what it tastes like. It just never appealed to me. Well, say I don't like it. That's wrong to say I don't like it because I've never tried it, but it just, the look of it makes me think, yeah, no, I don't want to eat that.
And yes, I'm starving now, Sparrow. Yeah, see, so the ranch dressing on pizza thing for me, it honestly, there's some like Domino's as an example, which is a, you know, that's a generic delivery pizza. I actually like Domino's as a generic delivery pizza when I'm in that mood. And if I'm in that mood, I like ranch dressing or the garlic dip for my Domino's. But if it's like a thin crust, oven baked, like gourmet pizza, then I want the pizza as it is. Like, there was this place in Loveland, Colorado that to this day, we actually went there with my sister a few years ago. It was still there. They do this amazing, like Mediterranean style pizza. And then there's another fast food chain. I'm gonna have to ask Joe if it's still around. It used to be called Blackjack Pizza, and they did this chicken Mediterranean pizza that was to die for. And you used to be able to get like a 12-inch pizza for $3 back in the 90s. And I would live off that thing, and that didn't need any sauce.
What do you need?
Let's see here. I don't care about any of these rewards.
Will you lend me your ear?
Back to talk to Glorfindel.
How can I be of service?
I took the shield just for the cosmetic, that's all.
Oh man, you're not wrong, Derek. The Papa John's, that you are not wrong. That garlic dip, ugh. And now I wonder if Chris will let me go for Papa John's today. We just had what is that? Red Baron crappy homemade pizza. But when you add all your own ingredients to it, you can actually make it pretty tasty. We did that 2-3 days ago, so I don't know if she'll spring for pizza again. What I really want to do was order Indian food last night. But the place we like is ridiculously expensive, and it's like, meh. We just did it last month. Should we do it again?
Yeah, I've had 2 bad
How can I be of
experiences with
service?
Indian food, so I steer
Stay
clear.
away.
The only 2 times I've ever eaten Indian food, I was, let's say, there was projectiles coming out of me.
That's unfortunate. Because that will turn you off to something for a long time after that. Despite the fact that I absolutely love burgers, burgers and fries. I was in Puerto Vallarta on a work trip, and a buddy of mine had went to this place by the beach after work one night, got burgers and fries. It was really good. So we went back like 3 or 4 days later and got the same thing. And let's see, Thorin had normal, I think, because I have to jump off at the bridge. Or I have to jump off at the fort. We went back a second time, and we ate at like 9 o'clock or whatever, and I woke up at 3 in the morning, and it was projectile time. And then I didn't want burgers for like 6 months after that. It was like, nope. That's unfortunate, though, because Indian food, Indian food can be really spicy, though. That's one thing you do have to watch out for. See you, Sparrow. Have fun. I think you guys are going to church, so be safe.
See you, Sparrow.
Pizza's another one of those for me. Like, I can eat pizza and burgers like every day and never get tired of them. Unfortunately, it's also pure carbs, and as a person getting older in life, carbs and me don't agree. Well, we agree.
No.
My waistline does not agree. I think that's the worst part about going from doing like construction to sitting at a desk all day is I was surprised at how quick it came on when I was in my late 20s because I had always been really active, and then I went to being a writer full time in 2008. I was 28 years old, and it was like all of a sudden I was 40 pounds heavier, and none of my clothes fit, and I was like, what the hell just happened? Because it had only been like 6 months, and it was like, oh, because I'm sitting here just like eating all day.
That's it.
It definitely comes on faster than it goes away.
Well, I smoked from when I was 16 to when I was, I don't know, 29, and I stopped smoking, and bam, the weight went on me.
Yep. That did happen to me too. I quit smoking in 2002, and right afterwards, it was like 20 pounds came on within 3-4 months. And I was like, why is this happening? And I was like, oh, because before I was smoking 2 packs a day and drinking coffee, so it was like you're constantly smoking and not eating. By the way, Kel, I didn't even think to toss you an invite. I figured you were just running around doing harvesting this morning. So my bad if I spaced that out. Well, they didn't used to be so expensive a long time ago, Erigmar. At least where I grew up, cigarettes were, I would say they were expensive, but not, they weren't taxed like they are today. Because I remember I used to be able to get a carton of cigarettes. So a carton being, I don't know what it is for everybody else, but I'm going to say what I grew up with. A carton is 20 packs of cigarettes in one big long box. And you could get a carton for like $20 back in the day. It was like $1.25 per pack of cigarettes when I was smoking, and then it was up to $2 a pack, and then and I think somewhere around the time that it got up to like $4 a pack was like early 2000s, and then I had some health stuff, so I had to quit smoking. And by that time, I think it was like $4 a pack. But I was living in Missouri or Colorado. I was in Colorado at the time, and they were like $4.25, like $4.25, 4.25. But my friend who was living in Seattle, because Washington State taxed cigarettes differently, my buddy was paying almost $9 per pack of cigarettes in like 2002, 2003. So it just depends on where you live and how they're taxed. But where I grew up and lived, they were never taxed that heavily. But it was definitely, I was definitely spending a few $100s per month on smokes. That's also been 20 years ago. I have no idea what they cost these days.
Well, I'm similar. I promised myself I'd give up smoking when they reached £3 a packet, and they did. So I gave up, and they're now about £10.
£10 a pack. That's what, $16, $17 a pack? I don't know what that is in euro. Like what, 7-8 euro or something? No, wait, your pound's higher than euro.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. They definitely make it a rich man's cancer stick.
Yeah, so basically I gave up purely financially, not because it was better for me health-wise.
That's fair enough. That's like my whiskey habit. My whiskey habit is not necessarily the best thing for me health-wise, but it gets really expensive if you like good whiskey, because it's $50 a bottle for decent sipping whiskey, and if you're like me and you buy a bottle of whiskey and you can't just leave it on the shelf, then you're drinking a couple glasses every night, and the next thing you know, 6-7 days later, you've gone through the whole bottle, and that gets expensive real fast. That and cigars. Chris and I like whiskey and cigars, but you can't sustain that because it starts getting to the point where if you're doing that several times a week, you're going to be spending 500, or more a week or a month, excuse me, on whiskey and cigars. You've never heard that one, Eric Moore? Cancer stick.
What can I do for you?
Rivendell.
You got cancer stick, coffin nail.
Ooh, I've never heard the coffin nail before. Well, rakia used to be cheap, depending on what brand you bought. I mean, what is it? I think the one we used to drink all the time was what? Burgers 69, I think is what it was called. And I can't honestly remember how much it cost. I don't remember it being that expensive.
And now back to Elladen. Blimey.
How can I be of service? Stay a moment.
Glad they put those extra stable masters in.
It is. I do like them. They're pretty handy. Have I ever had Trojanska Slivova? The name rings a bell, but it's been so long ago, man. Because literally, the last time I was in Bulgaria I left in July of 2010. So it's been more than 10 years since I've been there, mate. The name rings a bell, but I can't remember. Win asks, how long are you usually online for? Just depends. Like, my morning sessions are usually 2 to 3 hours. And then I do not typically stream in the evenings on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because I do other things those nights. But on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I stream morning and evening for about 2 to 3 hours each session. Technically, I'm at my desk all day, though. Because I'm always doing game dev stuff. Do you got to head out?
Yeah, I'm not going to have enough time to do this next bit.
No worries. I will start
can I do
harvesting
for
from
you?
here until
Might you
Chris gets
spare a
home.
moment of your
And then
time?
see what she wants to do this morning, because she may want to stream. I'm not sure. So thanks for coming out again today, Martok.
That's all right.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. It's been fun as usual.
Yeah, I will definitely see you next Saturday. For sure.
Yep, I'll be here. Yep.
Have a good week.
Yep, have a good stream. See you later.
Cheers, man. Alright, we're going to do the harvesting circuit here. Dip out of Discord. That's not too bad price-wise. So that's kind of like here in Mexico because tequila is a Mexican drink. Tequila is very cheap here in Mexico, and you can get lots of really good tequila for like less than $10 a bottle. Then you go up to the United States and you see the same bottle being sold for like $30, and it's like that is not a $30 tequila. That is a $10 tequila. It's a very good tequila, but it's not worth 30 bucks. Like, and then even the really good tequila here, like Herradura or Don Julio, you can get for about $30 for a bottle, whereas the equivalent in whiskey is going to be 50, 60 bucks. Does this count? Those are not counting, so I'm only farming with this character. I play this character on the weekends with Bartok. So, you know, this isn't an agenda character, so right now I'm literally just I was questing with him, he logged out, and now I'm going to farm until Chris gets back and see if she wants to stream this morning. If she wants to stream this morning, then I will move over to the Guardian that I play with her. Otherwise, I'll switch over to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for the rest of my morning. Oh, I need to do the Patreon post too. I need to probably do that here in a minute. Speaking of which, Chris just got home. Oop, I got my guide to Esseldine. Let me go see if she needs help with the groceries. Alright, we are not going to stream this morning with Chris. She just asked if I want to go for a walk to the park, and I said, fuck yeah, walk to the park sounds good. We usually try not to go on Sundays because there's a ton of people, and we do try to minimize our risk, but it's also like we only have a couple weeks left in the city. So it's like we should go enjoy the good weather in the park while we can. So once she finishes up unloading all the groceries and washing everything, I'll wind down the stream because we're going to head out and go for a walk. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep farming stuff here. And I should probably go see about making myself a new set of armor. So we'll make our way to Brachen's camp. We need a couple more cave claws. Do these count over here? Nope, still don't count. Man, it must have to be the ones all the way over there. Oh, this is for bats. Fuck the bats. I suppose I could track the bats. I don't even have any on track, so guess what? You got lucky bats. I'm not going to try to hunt you down. Yeah, it's the only way to roll. I don't deal with other crap. I want to be able to move when I shoot my weapon. Oh, I see a bat up ahead. I might as well go get that since I need it for the quest. Oh, screw that. I need 6 of those? Yeah, we're not going to worry about that today. I thought I only need 2 more. What did I only need 2 more of? Oh, the scavengers. Okay. One more scavenger. Apparently have sickle flies too. Okay.
What do you need?
Alright, back to Rivendell. Let's do some crafting, see if I can make myself a new set of armor.
What do you need?
Rivendell stables. Yes, please. I need to charge my phone if we're gonna go somewhere. Aragmar says here, parks are somewhat dangerous in summer. Lots of pickpockets and vagrants. Cops do nothing because they get no incentive. Sounds like it. Well, it sounds like certain parks here. It sounds like things haven't changed that much in Bulgaria in the last 10 years, Aragmar, to be honest with you, because it was that way when I was there too. Especially, I don't remember what it's called, but all the way at the end of Vitosha, when there's like the big conference center on Vitosha Boulevard. I don't remember what it's called now, but if you know what I'm talking about, on the one end you've got the train station, and then all the way at the other end you've got there's a big conference center, convention center, and there's like a big open area park type. Lots of people used to do skateboards and everything there, and I really wish I could remember what it was called. But that area was always just, you know, some of it was just kids with skateboards, and a lot of it was drunks and vagabonds. Um, Here, you don't have to worry about it at the big parks, but the smaller parks outside of the city center, you definitely have that going on. The police just don't care, but I feel like that's in any city though. At the same time, like even in the United States, there are some parks you just don't go to because it's kind of sketchy. Oh, I still need to get. I need more rich iron. I'll be damned. NDK, yeah. It's the same. It's unfortunate. Hey, is Don Vito's still around? Aragmar? It was like a pizza slash Serbian barbecue place called Don Vito's. Because they used to have some really amazing. I used to order from them a lot. Their pizzas they weren't that bad, but they had this like baked potato dish with white cheese on top. So good. Mm. That sucks. Yeah, getting beat up by skaters is never fun. Oh, that didn't upload properly. I would do the pristine hides, right? My 32 armor is, yeah, there we go. Don Vito's is still around, and they still make the Slav baked potato with cheese. God, those potatoes were so good. And I actually totally stole that recipe and make it for Chris from time to time. She loves it. That it's such a good recipe. I used to order from them. I don't remember what type of pizza I would get, but I actually became. This is really funny. I'm still friends with him on Facebook. My buddy Boris. So Boris was actually. He was my delivery guy from Don Vito's, and I used to order. This is how sad it was. I used to order Don Vito's so much. It was like 2 to 3 times a week. for months on end. I loved that place. And he was constantly the guy that would deliver to my place. And so eventually, after like, 2 months of seeing the guy, I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And he, it turns out he liked the same shows that I liked. He was into science fiction and fantasy, and he spoke a little bit of English. So it was a good, um, no, I did not. I wasn't doing videography back then. I was just getting going into photography even when I was living there. Although, I'll be damned, I think I have a blog. I might have a blog. I think I did a blog, like a blogspot blog from back in the day. I'll have to go see if I can find that, because I think I was blogging about my life there. Because I know I did a, what's the name? I think it's called Milanova. I think it's called Milanova. I think it was a little mountain town outside of Bulgaria, and I know I did like a day trip post about going out to Milanova and hiking up there, and then hiking back down through the woods and the forest, and then taking a train out there from Sofia. And then I know I did the Rilla Lakes. We went up to Rilla Lakes a couple of times. We never did the monastery, but we went hiking a bunch of times up to the lakes, which is a great hike. I mean, that's like what, I feel like it was like 7 kilometers. I don't remember how much of a hike it was to get all the way up to the top of Rilla, up to the top of the lakes. But yeah, that recipe, that potato recipe is amazing. FYI, Adventure Game Update number 46 just went out on the Patreon page. Let me get this out in Discord. Don't forget, those of you who are watching the stream or watching this later, following along, you can download a free demo of our adventure game over at the Patreon page, patreon.com/Wandering Hermits. And today was the 46th update from my brother on what he's working on. This is funny. So I went and found... I had forgotten I did this. So these are not my pictures. So, oh my God, I'm forgetting this. So you'll get a kick out of this. This is years ago. I can't even tell you when they were published. Because the website is like a really old website. This has got to be, yeah, it says copyright 2010. It's got to be back like 2010, 2009, 2010. But it looks like if you go here, Erigmar, I wrote a series of articles for this website, apparently. I forgot all about these until just now. This is like one of my early projects as a writer, because I was living in Bulgaria and I got paid to do a series. So there's literally a pizza series, and I talk about Don Vito's Pizza Victoria and the Spaghetti Company. Which I don't remember why I have the Spaghetti Company on here. I do remember there was a salad from the Spaghetti Company that I really loved. This is making me laugh because this is so long ago, like 12 years ago or more. That's a trip, dude. Trip down memory lane. let's see here. Prospector I'll do later, because I don't have the things I want to make. Armor for myself. Do I make the 35 stuff? Because I feel like I should just make the 35 stuff. So I need some 1, 2, 3, 4. I should probably make like 12 glazed pristines. So I have to ask, because it's been a very long time since I lived there, Aragmore. Is Chalga music still a thing? Like I remember, I never liked going to the clubs. I never could get into that style of music. But the people, the people that I hung out with and the age group and everything, always liked going to the clubs, which was never for me. But I remember that type of music always drove me nuts. I could never get into it. All right, I don't have enough of the yellow flax fibers. Spool of silk thread.
Megovanen, may I help you?
Let's go over here and see. I know I can go buy some. Let's go check my other character. See if I've got any crit stuff. Oh, thank God Chalgo died many years ago. Yeah, I'm so happy that you said that. It was a disgusting type of music, and I remember every time we would hear it, people would just like we would chuckle and laugh. Some of my friends, because it was like, this is just. Do people really listen to this? But I went to a few clubs during my time there, and that would be what they were playing at clubs, and it was like I never enjoyed my experience doing that. I'm so glad to hear that it died out years ago. That's awesome. That was horrible. Uh, big fake plastic women, and really bad, yeah, really bad music. I do have some right here. Yellow flax fibers. I should check my woodworker too, because I need to make him a new bow. The not so noetic individuals. Are you cooking breakfast, Chris? Okay. Yeah, I remember. What was it called? The Mutra, La Mutri was what they were called. The always big bald-headed dudes with like beer bellies and gold chains everywhere. I don't have any yellow, but I need to make my bow anyway while I'm on this character. Can I make a bow for level 38? I do not have a bow for level 38, but I can make a reinforced Lebethron bow, which will be better than what he's got now. I need some solid Lebethron. Well, I'm glad to know that it was a short fad because it was a thing that was happening when I was there. It's funny, the national folk music is really similar to like I've listened now, there's German folk music, Bulgarian folk music, and Mexican folk music. They all have some very similar things. It's very interesting how different cultures have very similar um, national folk music. We're gonna call this bow Pew Pew. What's it look like? Very nice looking bow. Very nice, very nice. We're gonna send this to him. Renfail, you have a new bow. Alright. Back to my hunter. Don't click on it. These are all dead links to like I used to have a guidebook for Sophia, but it's a dead link, so you don't have to do that. But this is the article that I wrote about. This is my personal website for a long time. Hiking trip to Milanovo. This was when I was first getting in, and this article I published in 2015, which was several years after I had left Bulgaria. But I was going through my photos one day from my original little camera that I had bought, and I found these pictures, and I put them out on the blog. Man, I haven't done anything with this website is so old. This is so funny to me. That's crazy. Time flies, man. What's up, Katrine? Also, Aragmar, if you do read through all this stuff, don't judge me too harshly because my information is way out of date, and also I had very different points of views many years ago, and I was not that good of a writer when I started doing all that stuff. That's funny. Also, good morning / good afternoon, Katrine. I can't believe you had never heard of the Inklings, Katrine. That was a very interesting comment you left on the other day. that you said you weren't aware that C.S. Lewis and Tolkien were good friends or anything about the Inklings. Just look them up one time, if you get some spare time, Katrine, because um, as a group, Tolkien and Lewis were definitely the most famous. But it was a very interesting writers group of these. Basically, they were all badass writers who all happened to work for Cambridge and Oxford during that time, and they would meet up at the pub, share their stories with each other, critique each other's stories, drink beer, and hang out. And it sounded like a fun time, which is why I had to go there when I went there for my first trip. I also went to Tolkien's grave. I didn't mention that in the video, but I went to Tolkien's grave. And I think the same trip that we took up to Oxford, we went to Stonehenge, and got just torrential rain on us the whole time. So I can't use the bow yet. All right, how many of these yellows do I have? I got enough to try for some crits. Let's see what we can get out of these. Awesome, Katrine. Yeah, Ericmar. Definitely, things you grow. Actually, I may have posted that. It looks like I posted that article in 2012, a couple of years after I left, but then I updated it on 16th of 2015. That's very interesting. God, this is making me laugh, going back and reading some of the stuff that I wrote 10 years ago. Tea time. All right, let's see if I can make any crit armor for myself. You know what? Before I do anything, I should sell so that I don't get confused.
How can I be of service?
Keep the shard. Oh, that's a quest item.
What do you need?
Don't sell the hides. Don't sell the ore, or the resin, or the boards, or the bow. Adamants, or that. Why did I not sell this mace? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright, let's try to make some of this armor.
Megavonen.
I don't know what Chris is cooking, but it smells good. I have not eaten yet today, so I'm going to make my armor and then I'll wrap up the stream and go get some food, and I think we're going for a walk. Oh, I can make different sets. Ooh, what do What does the elven stuff look like? I'm still pretty happy with what I got. Visually, I don't like the look of this. Shoulder pads. Yeah, that's meh. I'm just gonna make the normal stuff. I don't really care. All right, let's see if we can get enough crits out of this. No, did not crit that. Just giving everything generic names. I think we have enough excess. Try to go for crits of everything. I say that, and it's not wanting to give me a crit version. All right, let's try one more time for the crit version of the breastplate. I got 3 shots. There we go. I can't say chest. What? Why is the word chest offensive? Breast? Okay. Now I'm trying to think of quirky names I can use because it won't let me use my generic chest piece. Breastplate. I can't even use breastplate. How is that an offensive word? Hey, James. I don't know what I'll call this now. Tunic of offensiveness. Oh my god, it accepted it. That's amazing. Alright, so I have a full set of purple gear now for the next level, along with a purple bow that I can use next level, and then I can sell these other ones. And I
What
think
can I do for you?
I need to go check on Chris. See where we're at with breakfast and a walk. So I'll be right back. Torso. I didn't even think about that one, Katrine. Chris is cooking bacon and meat and mushrooms and nopal, which is cactus. She's making something. That's entirely up to you, James. Here's the caveat that I would say to that. We only play, really theoretically, our kinship plays Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights from 8 p.m. onwards. If that fits to your time slot, cool. But also consider the fact that we traditionally, usually our gaming community only does about 3 months in a given game before they want to move on and try something different. So we just started Lotro as the community. My brother and I love Lotro. We have always played it. We play it every year. But as a gaming community, we're here for March, April, and May. Once we get to the end of May, we will see how many people are still actively involved in Lotro. I know that people are also wanting. There are some people in our group who have never played EverQuest 1, and there's going to be a new progression server that starts in May. So there's been some talk about maybe we do Lotro for March, April, May, and then in June we go to EverQuest 1 for like June, July, August, and then maybe we circle back around to Lotro, or maybe we circle around to Star Wars Old Republic at that point. So before you switch your main and leave your current kin behind, understand that our gaming community moves around, and we don't always play this game. So I would say take that as a caveat. And the streams that I do in the morning, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I traditionally do not play Lord of the Rings Online in the mornings on my morning streams. I'll be playing console games. And I traditionally only really play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights in Lotro with our gaming community from 8 p.m. onwards. Usually 8 to 10, sometimes 8 to 11. All right, what was I doing here? Can I make Joe a new set of armor? Since he's on right now. Not a crit set, but I could make him a normal set. My nose is running. One second, folks. I gotta go find some tissue. turned into me finding my sweater and sweatpants because it's a little chilly. This is about a year and a half of beard, James. Chris wanted me to start growing it out after I cut all my hair off. So if you go back deep enough into the YouTube, I cut all my hair off in September, early September of 2021. I used to have really long hair, like down to the middle of my back, and just getting older and thinning and everything else. So I was like, it's time to just whack it. And then Chris was like, well, you should grow your beard out. I'd like to see you with the beard. So then I started growing the beard out, and now she likes the Gandalf beard, so there are days when I want to whack it off, but she likes it. And it does make for an interesting... I get a lot of comments on the street because obviously it's long now, like a year and a half in. So I get comments all the time on the street, and people stare. It's quite amusing. Who is this homeless vagabond? It's not a great beard. You can't tell, but like it's thinner on the backs. I don't have a nice full beard, and it's not very full on the cheeks. I can't grow it here in the corners of my mouth, so it doesn't. But hey, it's better than some, worse than others. And at this point, it's become sort of this thing. Actually, if I put here's where I really can pull it off. This is when I get away with a lot. Because I tell you what, you put the beanie on, it's a look. I mean, this is definitely a look, and I could pull this look off. Like, I can pull this look off. I can pull the hat look off. And yes, we have tested braids before, Katrine. Chris likes to braid my beard, different things, but I've never shown it off on stream. But we've done 3 or 4 braids now. That's more of a her thing than a me thing, though. So yeah, this I can pull off. And also, I'm sure you've seen a lot of my streams. I have the hat on. I never used to wear hats until I cut my hair off. Once I cut my hair off, hats became a thing. That's not true. I guess I started wearing hats maybe about 2 years ago. Like 6 months before I cut my hair off, I started wearing hats. Just because I was starting to get sunspots. As you get older, as a Scandinavian skinned individual living at a high altitude in the mountains here in Mexico City and getting out in the sun every day, I was starting to get sunspots on my forehead, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm going to start wearing a hat. So, alright. I've got the sniffles this morning. I just went and took some of my Flonase. Some acting up in my nose. What else can I do this morning? Oh, I can turn these 2 quests in. That's something I can do. And then I need to go double check all the things. I got the Patreon post out. I need to record. Oh, I know what I need. I need to go record Monday Musings, episode
can I be of
55, which is for tomorrow. So I will probably go do that next, because Chris is cooking, and then we're going to eat and go for a walk.
Megovanen.
Woot. Fortitude. Level 6. I should start earning my 5th one. What do I want to do for my 5th one? I think we'll do loyalty. Well, I'm going to ride back to Thornhead, and that will be my cutoff point for the stream this morning, everybody. I'll do the slow ride. Taking some scenery while I'm doing the maintenance stuff for the last few minutes
What
of
can
the
I
stream.
do for you?
Take me to Thorinhad. Lotro dwarf style beard. I mean, it can happen. They've asked me, Simmerg's asked me to do it on the Looking for More show as well. So maybe I'll do it. I think I've got 2 episodes left before I have to move. Let me check the calendar. Yeah, we've only got 2 episodes left, and then I have to move. So I might do one, if not this Thursday, maybe next Thursday. Maybe I'll have it braided when I do the Looking for More show. All right, let's do maintenance stuff since we're winding down the stream, everybody. Patreon post just went out earlier, which is update 46 for the adventure game. So if you want to know more about the point-and-click adventure game that my brother and I are building for the Weave in the Void, it's called An Adventurer's Tale. You can download the free demo now over on our Patreon page. You can also pre-order the game, which gets you access to the alpha and beta tests and everything. Find out all information over our Patreon. Links are down below. I've got... Last night we published one of Christina's pieces of concept art. There's also a new piece of art up in the art section of the Discord if you want to check out what she's working on. She's working on a cover for the source book right now for our 5th edition tabletop book, which is due out in June alongside the first campaign module. You can also pre-order those over at the Patreon page. Nathan Napalm is doing concept art for the characters for us. We pushed out a piece of that on social media for the Weave in the Void a couple days ago. We'll have another preview out coming next week. And if you are a patron via our Patreon page, you get access to the patron section of our Discord channel where we do lots of other previews, secret stuff. Basic subscription on Patreon is $3 a month, gets you access to the book chapters and everything else. You can also support here on YouTube because we have memberships now as of a couple of days ago. So those are great ways to support everything else. I would suggest Patreon is the best if you want to read some of my work and etc. Tomorrow, I've got the next episode of Monday Musings coming out here on YouTube. That is the personal vlog that I have where every Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time, I publish a video about life, what Chris and I are up to, books, shows, everything else. That's sort of my catch-all. They're usually about 30 minutes long. I'm going to go record that episode after I wrap up the stream here. But those come out every Monday morning. What else do I have going on tomorrow? Oh, tonight, 9 p.m. Central, on the Twitch channel for the Weave in the Void, we will be streaming our 14th episode of the Lost Mine of Phandelver campaign for D&D. So if you're up and around, don't forget to check that out. I'm trying to think of what else. How did I start becoming a writer? Many years ago. I started when I was a teenager, but professionally, I started in 2008. And I started with fantasy and science fiction, doing short stories. And then I was getting into writing right at the time that it was a big thing to be a content writer, and all these websites needed people to create content for their writing. So I wasn't making a lot of money doing science fiction and fantasy short stories. So at the end of 2008, I switched over and started doing content writing for websites. So lots of travel writing, lots of other general crap that I don't put on my resume but paid really well. And then by 2010, I was firmly established as a travel writer. So then I did travel writing exclusively from 2012 up until about 2018. And then since 2018, I have focused entirely on fantasy and science fiction, game dev, obviously writing for all of our projects, the MMORPG, the point-and-click game. I've got a sci-fi and fantasy collection, all self-published stuff. First volume of the Saga of Lucemia. We're currently publishing the first book in the Weave in the Void, that's all being done through our Patreon page. So the chapters come out twice a month. And Chris is doing artwork for those as well. So if you like Dragonlance, this is the style that these are in. I think you can actually read the first. You'll have to dig for it, though. It might be up on the first page of the Patreon, but there is the first 3 chapters are up as a downloadable PDF, so you can get a taste of what the Weave in the Void novel looks like. But it's a lot like Dragonlance, so... Anyway, folks, that's it for me this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following along. Thanks for all the likes, follows, subscribes, subs, and all that good stuff. Hope we'll see you in Discord and over at Patreon. I will be back tomorrow morning live for another Games with Coffee stream as soon as I wake up tomorrow morning. And then, of course, don't forget 7 a.m. tomorrow, probably before I start streaming, the Monday Musings episode will be out, which I think is episode 55. Might be 54. I'll have to double check. See you next time, everybody.